ways. And on the side of Dreams and Magic, they have themselves Scale, Bearer, Nyx, and Anarchy. So Nyx and Anarchy together being quite a stressful thing to deal with. So not a huge surprise there. But we'll be finding out what the other champions are when we get into the lobby itself. But again, Nyx, Anarchy, I mean, you can't go wrong. I think every single team we've seen win today, I want to say, has had an Anarchy on their team. And for a good reason. You know, the champion is incredible for this game mode. Really fills that role of running the soul around, taking it from A to B or vice versa very quickly, doing so, not to say unchallenged, but obviously you can't keep up with him. Your best bet at stopping Anarchy from a distance is to just shoot him. But at the same time, if you don't have an Anarchy of your own, it's quite hard to stop him from doing that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a fair point to make, because at the same time he's fast and he's hard to hit. So on top of being very fast,
and if you do sort of chip him down a little bit with machine guns and LGs from the distance, he would just inject himself and get back to full health again.
So we had this discussion earlier in the day, very, very early in the day, when we talked about the way the meta of this game mode is starting to shape up. And I think that designated roles going to specific champions at this point is becoming a lot more, I guess, maybe seen as mandatory, because we're seeing Nyx every single time. We're seeing Anarchy in the higher end of matches. We're seeing Anarchy every single time.
It's more
Sorlag every time.
It's more that those kind of like roles and responsibilities are being established when you're defending.
Yep.
Because when you're attacking, it seems to just be, right, all four of you just attack. Just get the soul, you know, whatever it is. All four players just get that soul, whatever it takes at all costs. Once you've dropped it off, you have, like, you know, smaller champions almost like running around. However, do I see on the side of RushB? Do I see a clutch?
We do indeed. This is the first time we're going to see Clutch pick today. Very agile champion, massive sort of bully playstyle, but will it work out? That's the ultimate question. Will Clutch pull it off and be such an asset to his team?
So Memphis on the side of this Anarchy right now. Not a huge surprise at all to see this champion come back in so strong.
Here comes Memphis, really trying to slip by. Does manage to dodge both of those rockets, taking no damage, and that's a free drop-off. Now he's outnumbered 1 versus 2. The important thing, no, 3 versus 1. Make that instead. Predator really looking to run in there and snap it up, but I like the fact that RushB were just sort of sitting outside, almost let them take the soul away, and now they're heading them off. But I don't think it was quite enough. Sombra getting fragged anyway. Predator still trying to make the run. Plenty of health for now, but that rocket might see to it. Passes it to Hao, who's now looking to take it back, but Nyx again. They trade back and forth, set for the gauntlet just for good measure. Here we go. I don't think he hasn't got the soul. He didn't pick it up. I don't know whether he...
unfortunate, losing valuable seconds and can't get back. Oh no, he gets stolen right under his feet.
This is a bit of a scramble at the moment. He's going in for the injection. He's still back down on the floor. Anybody's game at this stage. That was definitely a back and forth, and it looks like it's continuing to be, but Hao trying to really bring this one back. We did see Hao yesterday in the duel versus Garpy. One of our last, actually, series of the night, in fact. Very close. Hardly much damage. So much damage dealt with that super nail gun, but against a heavily stacked out Scale Bearer, it's not going to be enough. Sombra using that Ghost Walk.
Once again, though, Obelisk A is being controlled, but Dreams Magic are here in force to try and take it away. Goes the way of Anarchy too, so it's going to be quite hard to pin him down. Trying to get himself through. Howl drops. Anarchy on Anarchy. He does get dropped down by Sev, though. Memphis is able to take it back and is trying to run it back to A as fast as possible. Oh, but Sombra stops him dead in his tracks.
Now, he did a really respectable amount of damage with that super shotgun. 85. That means you've got it pretty close. The way the shotgun works is the damage is calculated by how many pellets of the shotgun you hit, which means that he would have hit a whole bunch. But here we go. Anarchy on the quad, but he's very weak. May even get one more frag. Maybe not even that. With his current health, Howl takes him out. And now Hao with that dual-wield super shotgun and quad damage. I think he's about to do some real damage if he can survive this.
He's getting shoved from high, but Predator drops down. Oh, drops him from the grave. Grave?
That's the word you're looking for. Slip with that quad damage charge. Even early on, he lands big damage.
But you can see the machine gun, even the starter machine gun, a lethal weapon in the hands of someone with quad damage, especially if you're hitting those shots consistently.
Now Slip, he's definitely really, really weak here. He can't afford to take a single rail himself, but if he can just stay dodging and not getting hit at all. Yeah, no teleport there. Doesn't want to really go into the belly of the beast. No doubt would have got killed immediately.
See, RushB organize themselves now, going in as a unit.
RushB are looking to RushB at the moment with the shield.
Oh dear.
How about that?
Oh, but that mid-air shot. We're just trading frag for frag at the moment. Finally, we see that RushB able to sort of steal this away. Will he be able to get away safely, though? He is being chased.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Drops it off. No, Sombra is able to intercept, puts it straight back onto B again, and Dreams of Magic now taking the lead.
It's crazy. It doesn't really feel like they've been holding it off for long because of how fast it's been going, but they're on 40% already. They have more than overtaken, and Sev with a kill on the heavy machine gun into an instant telefrag. That was a cheeky little double there.
The soul has been taken once again. RushB have control over it. You can see once again Sev with that Ranger.
He's trying to make the run back. He's not able to get out alive. Here comes Clutch.
Drops over to him. How fast can Clutch do it? Oh, now Clutch is just trying to be the big man. He's got lots of health, he's got lots of armor. Still holding onto the soul, trying to escape, but no, 2 versus 1 just melt him down way too fast, and Slip uses the bull rush to get as much distance as possible, drops off to his much faster ally. Much faster, much lower on health.
They're just going to really just sort of sit behind and try and head him off. Gorilla with the intercept does get the soul. Probably going to get fragged because he's in a bad situation. But Sev has the soul back. Uncontested right now, but here comes the power up. No wonder ask why. Sombra has the quad in hand, and they're going to push as a group, no doubt. Not quite. It's taken out. Memphis now.
Wow, yes. They have control of the obelisk, the soul, I should say, and quad damage. And it's on Memphis. We can see how dangerous it can be on Anarchy. Oh, machine gun hurts.
Really good rocket dodging there. Even taking a single one of those would have been super costly. I like this, actually. Memphis making the run back, keeping everyone at bay before they can even have a chance to get close to the rim. Looking to get a couple more frags. Doesn't want to waste the quad. But it has run out right before, but doesn't matter. It gets sniped anyway.
That was a nice pickup. Using the self-damage to propel himself towards the heavy armor. That was nice.
That was just a good run of quad damage, I think. He just had good awareness, made sure he could get as many frags as possible. When it started to run out, he just went all in. Still managed to pick up a couple before it ran out. But the fact that they got that quad damage, I think, is a heavy reason as to why they now have that point advantage. A couple of percentage up there. Nice mid-air on Predator too. Good catch.
Sim trying to control these well, even though normally we see people sort of defend a little bit sort of further out. It looks like RushB really want to defend inside as well, just to give themselves that sort of the cover, I suppose, of the building itself. Also being able to shoot down towards these doorways, but now they're on the obelisk. They're still trying to fight. They're trying to clear it off before they take it away. All of Dreams of Magic are basically here trying to contest, and they have just got 3 frags. This should be a fairly uncontested steal away. Now it's going to be up to RushB to try and intercept them, to not let them get it back safely.
Passing it to the slightly healthier Anarchy. Would have just popped his injection.
So who throws it clean towards the stairs?
Maybe expecting a teammate to be there, perhaps.
Maybe a Predator's going to take it. Very low on health at the moment. Catches him anyway. Oh, Mega Health goes to the way of Hal. Gets the soul as well. There's the mid-air. Doesn't quite connect. Slip manages to steal it away. Bull rushes away. He should be able to get this through with that damage reduction. Scale Bearer being put to good use.
One of its strongest assets, I think. The fact that he can take that reduced damage while covering the amount of distance he can. And now, looking to defend. Here comes the power up again. This time it goes to RushB.
Who's got it though?
Yep. Vaskovitz with the dual wield, no less. Oh, that rail though. Can't afford to take another one of those, and no, loses it. Here comes Memphis. Quad damage, super shotgun. That can do unbelievable damage, even at range. However, Memphis is really weak as well. He's going to be glowing purple, so he's easier to see with the rail, but gets away safely. Now he's dropped it off.
The important thing by far is that he was able to take it away, take that percentage away from Dreams of Magic, and even if he dies here, getting a few % up for himself. As I can say that, he's got some teammates starting to pour in now. Predator's stuck between a rock and a hard place behind the point. Just a rocket launcher getting railed from both ends, but wow, there we go. Sev's going to get credited with the last kill.
Trying to push onto the point, but the defense here has been so solid. RushB doing a good job of turning it around, I think.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a ring out.
Don't even give him a chance to get knocked off, just kill him anyway. Catching Sombra as well. Memphis' defense in general has been super on point. I think he's been a real MVP of this team in this round.
He's put the injection, he's trying to get away. Is he going to be able to do it safely? No, he is not. As you can see, right, Memphis, this defender, Anarchy, you can see just how versatile this champion is. Wow, takes that first round. That was incredible. Memphis really just showing strong play all around.
Early on, it kind of looked like Dreams of Magic had the edge there. They kind of really just seemed like a bit more of a comfortable team, but the second they got that defense on deck, very hard to crack into. And because of that, RushB are now up 1 round. Moving on into round 2.
Round 2.
Now, the question is, can they continue it though? Because again, they went straight to that cathedral, and we always see them tested for whether they can hold on to both obelisks at the start. Dreams of Magic did it this time.
Teams have done it today. Been able to hold both sides.
Which is what you expect to see, right? You know, there's only 4 maps, and 2 positions each means you can definitely practice it, but at the same time, oh wow, as I can say that though, Hal with the wonderful tracking. Well, Soul is up.
If you're going to have that stature of one of the best teams in Europe going into regionals, I mean, that will be an accolade you can hold.
Okay, steps over to get it. Oh, he gets stopped by Memphis.
So
Memphis stopped it with his face.
You're normally so used to seeing Anarchy get pasted there, but not only did Scale Bearer get nowhere there, but he actually got killed for his trouble. Now Dreams of Magic holding it already. Oh, that's
that clean 100
fantastic.
damage.
Really good aim on that dire orb. That's not a fast projectile, and hitting that on an Anarchy was very impressive.
Oh, we're going to trade out the frag there, though. But as we said before, if you're trading frags while holding on to the soul, you're winning those trades. 15% and counting. Power up not going to be up for another minute. Quite a while as yet.
Well, it's no surprise that on spawn you see players really have to sort of go towards that rail. When you respawn, you still need to try and command those dangerous weapons, but here comes Clutch. Actually, that shield wall did block him off a couple of those rails, but now he's on the right-hand side. The shield ran out. Really nice rails on the side of Hao, doing a good job of just picking them off as he gets it, but now with the super shotgun, popping the injection. If he can get just one more, but gets it indeed, but not quite enough. Headed off 2 versus 1.
I mean, I know Blazkowicz is a one-man army, but there's only so much you can do by yourself against an entire team stacked and ready to defend. And Dreams of Magic with a clean, almost 40% lead and counting. But Memphis, once again, we see him do amazing things last round. Well, by himself, he can take the soul away. We can see Clutch ready to back him up to the left, but he's just going straight through.
Well, one thing to remember, yeah, but I say power-up's going to spawn any minute. Memphis on 32 HP, he's in big trouble, but really nice actually doubling back and taking HP, but not enough. Yeah, fragged outright. Went a little bit, changed his route just to pick up the health, but they were still ready and waiting for him. Hao gets the protection. They're trying to drop the soul back off.
He's trying to put this back though, so even though they lost the protection, if he's going to get a couple of percentage up, better than nothing.
I think Blazkowicz with the protection as well out of combat, passively regenerating to his next 25 health is going to really help him.
Protection, dual wield, and mega health. This is one tough to kill man.
Going in for the rockets, has the soul. Can they even stop him?
I don't know if they actually have the damage while this is active, but protection seconds away from running out. They might get their chance very soon. Now it's worn off. Now he is just normal again, and Slip is going to take him down immediately. Yeah, the second that ran out, that was pretty much a death sentence. Caught on that jump pad with 3 people so close looking for that shot. Oh, just bouncing off the equivalent of bouncing off a goalpost, I think, right there. He tries to pick it up again, throws it away this time as far as possible.
That went really far. The rest of his team ready to pick it up, no problem. But because that's another element of sacrifice, is really good awareness of knowing when you can and can't pass it to a great length.
Oh, Memphis is there, ready and waiting to take him down with that rail, so he can't get through. Sev now alone by himself, trying to take the soul back, but Sombra intercepting him, nowhere to run. Gorilla, though, on this Clutch, massively healed up Clutch, though. Plenty of health left at the time, but not enough. They are bursting him down so fast. Memphis here again, but there we go. Does manage to drop it, but for how long? He's only got a little bit of percentage versus Dreams of Magic, past 50. They frag him really early. Here comes Clutch in with the shield wall, looking to really try and make this defense as strong as possible, but Knight's going in with the injection now, harder to kill. Speed boost activated also. Making that run back with the soul, going underground into those catacombs. Still getting picked off a little bit, but that 25 health might keep him healthy enough just to survive, but not quite. How? Catches him with the jump pad. They saw him go underneath, and they knew he was likely to come up that way. That was just good predictions, and they got it. But looks like, there we go. Yeah, RushB able to get it, but they are just trading out frags all day. Memphis now. It's Anarchy trying to get it back towards the Cathedral. Is he getting intercepted in time? He's going to drop it off, but can he hold it? This is what he struggled to do last time. He was just being followed. Now Clutch has the quad damage. He's getting hit from all angles. And the giant, nice! What a shot.
Airborne rail just to stay alive. The important thing now is that the quad damage is in the possession of RushB. Even if he goes down, if there's a teammate near him, they can pick it up on death anyway. They're going to be all right. But hang on a minute. Yeah, catches him with his back turned. If he looked at him, he might have actually got a frag there. Here comes the Ghost walking next to the point blank super shotgun, but doesn't do enough damage. Sombra dead as well. Tanky Clutch prevailing through that one. We saw Sombra was convinced it was going to work. Unfortunately for him, it did not. So we find ourselves though, RushB now 30%. I wonder see just how quickly they can bring these a bit closer together. I wonder if history is going to repeat itself here, because we did see Dreams of Magic look like the more dominant team in round 1, but the second RushB got this point, or the point they were looking for, they got that win. Oh, a bit of a preemptive barrier there though. Unfortunately, completely wasted. There's enough people around to conduct. All the amount of damage he's taking, that is a stacked up scale bearer. Tanking 2 rails, dropping it off now. Yeah, passing off towards Nyx, who's trying to make the run, but with 4 HP, there's only so far he can go. Hao answering back, and now he has it, but gets fragged as well. Sombra with the rail. And now he's trying to pass it off. Got the Ghost Walk, but you can't use the Ghost Walk while you have the soul in hand, so you've got to be very careful with how you manage it.
This is what they need though. I mean, just look in that one situation, RushB, 43% to their 58. That was a quick way to bring this back, and Sev was ready to stop him from getting the gauntlet kill, and Sev, plenty of health to get this one through. One person there trying to stop him, he has the gauntlet, he smells blood, is he going to get it? Goes in for the injection, he just, so much work went into getting that frag, but he couldn't get it. Very nearly, like he was actually going to get the steal though with it, to be fair. You know, it took him quite a while to take him down. How?
Power
Did
up.
it again though, but Slip now has it. Scaleberry, not the fastest in the world, but definitely trying to throw it away now.
Going in for that ball rush, but doesn't need it. Nikes picks it up, heavily overstacked with the mega health, but against Dave Blaskovich with the dual wield, you cannot survive. And the quad spawns. Predator with that quad damage. They can now hold. Now, first of all, they have to take the soul back. It's going to be hard for Memphis to defend. I don't think he quite knows that there is a Predator with a quad ready and waiting for him. Gets caught behind and then flick rail behind. How gets taken out. And now
Memphis,
rail.
though, yeah, seeing his teammate go down was all the proof he needed that there was someone there. He landed that clutch rail. That was a really important shot to hit, and he did hit it.
But once more, it goes into position. But the rail, so important that you hit these rails versus that quad damage opponent. Just don't even give them the chance to do anything substantial. Slip just deleting everyone, and now it's going to be a free track all the way back to Obelisk B. But not without RushB making them fight for it first.
Oh, that was a risky rocket jump considering how low he was, and unfortunately it wasn't enough to keep him alive.
Maybe thought he'd take the risk, but didn't quite pay off there.
Bit more of a back and forth round though, this one. Dreams and Magic now, they've lost the lead, but they do have the soul, and they should quite easily be able to get that 6% to close things out if they can get this down. But knowing RushB, they're probably there ready and waiting for him. Actually, no, looks like they aren't.
Not on the point just yet.
Oh,
they are
close,
nearby.
though.
Yeah, all four of them closing in.
Uh-oh, look at that. Oh, my lord.
This is the crossfire of rails.
It's just green everywhere.
They're going to trade 1 for 1.
Dreams and Magic starting to win these now, though. Howl all the way back into the middle. Predator now has it, trying to put it back onto Obelisk B just to keep that lead going up now as they've actually managed to take it away again.
Yeah, 70% versus 64, definitely close, but if Dreams and Magic can just hold it for this length, Ranger teleporting into the absolute heart of the enemy, but I don't know if it's going to quite work out. It does indeed. Sev with a really good play, and he's still alive, still collecting frags. And now they have the soul, forcing Knights to change fire, so he even managed to get Anarchy there too. Now
Look at this, though. He might not have the best sort of steering in the air, but he still can move.
Oh, the rockets are just failing to hit him so far. They're trying to head him off. Anarchy with the gauntlet. Hasn't really been able to stop him.
It takes some serious bravery to run at a clutch with a gauntlet like that.
I think maybe anticipating him being a little bit weaker than he was. Oh! Well, either way, that does mean that Dreams and Magic now have the quad damage. They're pushing in at a massive group. Only one person on A ready to defend. I don't think they're going to be able to stop them from taking that at all. And yeah, they can't. They get the soul. That's going to be a free take, especially with this quad damage. They need to try and deal with Slip, but can they do it? I don't even know if they have rails to stop him. Oh, they all go down, and here comes Dreams and Magic with the drop-off.
By the time they actually get to the point, though, this quad is going to be running out very soon.
That was a great, great power-up for Dreams and Magic. They were able to command it, run in that Obelisk A, take it comfortably, and then just walk into their own Obelisk.
Oh no, missed a shot and didn't have any health. Howler's going to finish him off easily. Two of them have dropped now. We can see just the amount of manpower that RushB is putting over this. They got the soul. Dreams and Magic ready to intercept, because he actually used that rocket jump, really hurting him. 4 HP. Probably not going to be anywhere near enough to get in safely. Oh no! That clutch shot!
At the last minute, if that missed, he would have gotten and dropped off. But
oh no! What is going on?
We're
We're seeing that way too many times in this round.
Memphis manages to drop it off once again, pops the injection, bear in mind, 85 HP. I said it again, I don't even care. 85 HP, he can tank the rail. We saw there, 5 HP left. That might be a game changer if he can just survive, but he can't. Predator with the rocket.
Sev has it though, he's dropped it back off. Even though Nikes takes the kill, he was able to chuck it back on for just a second. Dreams and Magic though, 3% in. We can see all 4 of them there trying to stop them.
Yeah, they're trying and be careful here, but Howl getting up a couple of really key frags. Now, if they can hold it, they're going to be fantastic. They've already won 1 round. If RushB get this Obelisk and hold it, they're going to go up 1 map. Otherwise, they're going to have to do all this work again for 1 more round.
Good juking on the rockets there though, but ultimately did save him out there. Hits the rebound, throws it up top where he thinks he's got teammates there, but Hal is there himself. Oh, the double kill from that.
Wow. Triple kill with a mid-air. The power-up spawns, but that's not enough time. Look at the percentage tick. They have to run in, but they're too far away. They're trying to get a last, and they can't get there in time. What a round.
Hal died, respawned, got the rocket, and ran straight back there to pick up where he left off with a swift triple kill. All he needed to take that one back, and what a hard-fought round to bring RushB 1 game into the lead.
I think that was just great play from basically everyone there. Memphis's Anarchy was just on point throughout that first round. In the second round, Hal, I think, really came out to play, and he was brought out into being such much more of like a valuable asset to his team. The final play proved
the
that.
later half to that round, Hal really just became the one-man army, MVP, everything you need him to be at the time. And even down to that last defense, you know, we see that quite often when the players realize that there is such little left in it between, you know, taking the round to even things up or just taking the map away completely. And they just throw everything they have, and it becomes a complete massacre on that final obelisk while they're trying to contend. And that's what we saw right at the end there. But it was Hal on that Blazkowicz, that solid damage dealing monster, to get those final frags to ultimately win the round. And let's not pretend like that wasn't because of him at the end. That single-handedly secured his team the round.
Well, that's one map down. I mean, that was a long one. That was hard fought by both those teams, but that was one map of a potential 3. Now, as always, it's a predetermined map depending on the round that we're at, because this is the same round for all of these matches. That's why you're seeing Burial Chamber first every single time. But now the twist in the tail is the fact that because RushB were able to win, Dreams and Magic now have the option to choose the map that they want to play. So, once again, it's something that you can't... the predetermined map means you've got to be ready for that one. But the map that has been changed is, which has been informed, it's Lockbox.
So Dreams and Magic have chosen Lockbox this time, which is something we see quite commonly, actually. So Lockbox last week was the map that we were told that none of the teams really enjoyed and didn't practice too much on, and it wasn't really their favorite map to play on, to mainly being picked now. We're actually seeing quite a bit of Lockbox this week.
I feel like it's actually been almost like a flip of what we expected, because in the first week, because teams weren't as prepared with Lockbox, we didn't expect people to, I guess, pick Lockbox consistently.
A week can change a lot.
But in that first week, we saw Lockbox as like by far the most picked map when a team was on the back foot and they would change Lockbox. We saw it consistently last week, but it's this week we haven't seen it much.
Actually, last week, Lockbox was the predetermined map at this round, which is why we saw Lockbox in every series last week, was because it was the predetermined one, so it was the one they had to play on. Whereas this week, when they don't necessarily have to, because it's Burial Chamber, now they're choosing to do it quite a lot. And that's more the point I was trying to make, where I think that 7 days can make a big difference.
So let's go through the team comps that we saw in that first round, and we'll sort of analyze.
So RushB...
Lockbox was the pick, right?
So Lockbox is what we've got now. Neither team ran Sorlag in that game. Sorlag is, I would say, core on Lockbox. We see her on almost every team comp in almost every match on this map particularly, because good mobility, good area denial, immunity to acid when there's quite a lot of that around, and just generally that. But both teams did run a big body. So RushB had Clutch, who honestly the barrier didn't make as much of a difference as I assumed it would. So maybe we could see this Clutch become a Sorlag and then Scale Bearer on the side of Dreams and Magic.
Well, actually, if memory serves me right, Gorilla doesn't really stick to just Clutch. He has used, when we saw him play last week, he was going through, he was still sticking to those big body champions, but Clutch was not his dedicated pick. He actually did swap to some other champions. So I think if one member of that team is going to change into Sorlag because we're going to be playing on Lockbox, I think it's likely to be him, but we'll wait and see. Moments away from finding out. This is a make or break moment for Dreams and Magic. We've seen them consistently across last week and this week. They've been playing really well, but they aren't quite at this stage on that upper level to make regionals right now. They're one map down, but if they're going to basically show that they've got what it takes and go, right, we can't mess around now, let's go in for Lockbox and make it count.
Ultimately, there's a lot riding on this more than that, though, because they have to show that they can win the map that they chose, and then they have to win the map that RushB want to play on. So let's say, for example, that Burial Chamber isn't a favorite. Let's just say, for argument's sake, the Burial Chamber isn't a favorite map of RushB. They still won that map. So even if they lose now, and let's say they're just not very comfortable on Lockbox, even though I'm sure they are, but let's just say they aren't and they lose this map, they then get to choose out of the remaining 2 the one they really want to play on. So Dreams and Magic are going to have to play on that regardless.
No Sorlag for Dreams and Magic.
But this is actually an identical team comp to what they ran last time. So even though the 2 different teams, the only one they changed was one of them had a Scale Bearer and one of them had a Clutch, whereas RushB had Anarchy. Both teams had Anarchy, both teams had Ranger. Whereas Dreams and Magic had Nyx, RushB had the Blazkowicz, which we already saw. I can't imagine that's something they're going to be changing away, considering how impactful that was on the last map. You know, just that clean damage he can put out, that health regeneration. What a defending champion, right? You've got damage, you've got self-sustain, you have not bad stats, you know, for a defending champion. It could be tankier, could be a lot squishier, but just that clean dual wield when they really just try and lump onto the point to try and take it away. You pop that, you get your LG, you get your machine gun, whatever it is you want, or give Blazkowicz the power up, and then you've got some problems.
Because if Blazkowicz gets quad damage, I mean, that's like, you know, explains itself. He's got high damage regardless. Now, when you put quad damage on, no one's going to survive. But when he has some of the absolute highest damage output in the game with his dual wield compared to every other champion, and then he gets protection, and that's not even his damage combined with the protection. His passive weighs out of combat for a set amount of time. He'll regenerate to his next 25 HP. 25 HP can be the deciding factor between dying with protection and surviving with protection. So that
25 HP with protection becomes like, what is that, 100? It's like a lot of health.
Something similar. Now here we go. Actually right there, Gorilla switching off clutch, going in for Sorlag. I really expected to see this. I recall we did see RushB actually play on Blockbox last week. That's where we saw Gorilla make the switch from clutch to Sorlag. It was for this map.
Though, that first soul spawning at 20 seconds, so even right from the get-go, this is going to be a crucial exchange. And looks like Dreams of Magic are going to get that first frag while it's respawning, so it's going to be good for them. Knights is going to get it. Looks like they're going straight for A. I can't imagine he'll get stopped, and he is. And Obelisk A goes the way of Dreams of Magic.
Sometimes when Anarchy gets hit in the backside when he's trying to move towards a point, if he takes minimal damage but still gets the, I guess, the knockback bonus of the rocket that he got hit by, that's almost like a favor. Like, he'll just take that damage trade to get the increased speed that he wanted to make it to the point way faster. In some ways, you've just done him a favor.
Oh, you can see, oh, he's gone up behind Gorilla.
Oh,
and Gorilla, I accidentally commit suicide.
The killer Gorilla. Percentage already 20% down. Nice, last minute rail there, shutting down Memphis as he tries to get away. You can be very agile while you defend Obelisk A. That's one of the main factors here. Lots of open space for those lightweight champions to maneuver, but at the same time, lots of good high ground to just spray those rockets down. Do a big amount of splash damage.
Gorilla getting shot from behind, but actually gives him the speed necessary to make it through safely. That's unfortunate for Dreams of Magic.
We just talked about that.
Well, ask and ye shall receive, as now we've seen it.
Wow, Sorlag still with the acid spit on deck. Yeah, it's going to be
rude.
I mean, it's going to be hard for him to really push in there. He's got in for the injection, but still just shutting down.
Poor Anarchy. Yeah. No way is he going to be able to survive all that from above.
But even though the acid didn't kill him, the acid still did a good job of just being a nuisance, so Anarchy couldn't step into it. So it commanded so much of the area that he couldn't really take it at all.
Power up already up in a few seconds, and he gets that direct. Look at this. Oh my lord, they're playing around this so well in Memphis. Wow, 3 of Dreams of Magic are able to pick it up. But RushB just played around that power up so amazingly well. They managed to secure it themselves.
Now RushB looking to take the lead. He's going to have the snipe properties of both the rocket and...
Wow.
Yeah, that heavy machine gun. That heavy machine gun does an unreal amount of damage. 40 damage a shot.
That wasn't even the machine gun. That one rocket he shot on prediction was timed perfectly.
Now Memphis being hard to see, picking off slip from range.
Now quad damage is unfortunately going to be running away, so RushB can have to do this the old-fashioned way. At the same time though, in this seemingly short amount of time, they already have 50% secured. Dreams of Magic after such a strong start.
They did have a good start indeed, trying to get this soul away, but the defense so far has been unreal. Oh no, Sev trying to actually get the soul, but leaving it behind. That's going to allow Predator to pick it up and try and make the run out there. He's got 5 armor, but 100 HP.
Predator nowhere to run, but he does have a friend around him. He's trying to get away. There we go, Memphis with that blade kill, taking it cleanly back. 55% and going up Dreams of Magic. With every second that passes, they go more and more behind, which is going to be quite stressful, I can imagine, getting this close to the end of the first round, perhaps, already 3 minutes in.
It's going to be 40 seconds, basically, until the power-up spawns, so that comeback factor is not really going to be anywhere. We're likely to see the power-up spawn at around maybe 80% or more.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 40 seconds is 20%, and with RushB being 30% away, if they don't get the power-up and then go in immediately, they are going to be in a bad situation, for sure.
We'll see what they can do. They're trying to really push in again, but Memphis being a real nuisance, just staying alive as often as possible. But because he's staying alive, he's got quite a lot of weaponry behind him.
But I mean, as soon as they stand on the podium, that's just Rocket City. It just rains rockets all over the place. They're a massive amount of damage.
Now, the fact they've respawned, they've been forced back to the middle of the map. It's almost like forcing them to try and push into that power-up.
Dreams of Magic need this power-up. And they didn't get it.
Oh, Memphis with the steal at the last possible moment. He's still alive. He's got so much health left. 75 on quad is still really good, but Knights gets the steal with the gauntlet, running straight into it, but he himself is unbelievably weak.
You know, I said last game how it takes serious bravery to gauntlet a clutch at full health. How about gauntleting an Anarchy who has quad damage.
Worked out for him. Got that quad and almost got a frag for actually, but it ever so slightly missed.
Yeah, man, it just means you've got to be confident in your decisions, and that is what Nikes is right now. And that one risky play has got his team the point, but unfortunately he is no more. To a self-administered rocket to the point-blank ground.
Well, still have access to the obelisk, so it's not the end of the world for them. Still doing a good job of sitting there. I think Nikes now getting the super shotgun.
Just like we said, right, they had to, if they got the power up, they had to make something work with it immediately, and that's exactly what Dreams and Magic were able to do. Pops the injection, keep himself alive, just trying to get some frags here, but unfortunately it will not work. Gorilla with some super nail shots.
Nice super nail jump. Oh, meeting the rocket though, they trade out.
Good defense coming out from Dreams and Magic. Oh, but Sev is able to sneak it away, and he is Ranger. Got plenty of boys behind him too. Two of them drop down. He just wants nothing of it. He's trying to get away. Sombra, the machine gun's able to take it, but Memphis, this is a bit of a death jump right now. 3 people fragged immediately on this jump pad.
Well, the Soul is at a very inconvenient place. It's just a death zone everywhere you look down there near the rocket launcher. So many areas of which you will almost be a free frag. Lots of jump pads or just areas where you're out in the open. But Dreams of Magic do control this obelisk once again. RushB with only 9% left to take. Dreams, they need to hold it, and they basically can't let it drop, because taking it back off 9% is going to be such a hard feat to do. But Hal again with the dual wield.
We saw Hal do this last time, be that savior of the team to just get crucial frags.
Oh no, that rail
succession. That rail didn't connect.
Yeah, I think that rail missing, and that one too. I think these missed rails are actually going to be very, very pivotal and not in their favor. Definitely should have hit those.
How's being waited for. There we go, Sombra gets the frag. Memphis unfortunately walks straight into the trap. The protection goes the way of Slip. Now, this could be a deal breaker. Oh, protection.
I mean, you're not doing
invincible.
Yeah, you're not doing
He is
damage.
immune to damage, basically, in that situation. A protected Scale Bearer doing his bull rush.
Dropping the Soul back off, he has plenty of the protection left to go. You see Memphis actually committing suicide because he just doesn't do the damage. Trying to hold down, trying to look out for his boys. Now, protection's run out, but they've got a nice amount of percentage. On the verge of not only tying it up, but taking the lead on this.
Oh, and Slip's going to at least take 2 frags down at the time.
Going to score a triple kill, including himself. Now 3%. At this stage, they're going to have to go in just using the dual wield just to push him away. That might have actually been enough time to push him off. That was so well played. The bull rush didn't kill Hal, but it pushed him all the way back, so he physically could not run to the obelisk in time.
Really well played, and a good round 1 for Dreams and Magic. I mean, that they looked really strong at the start, but again, we found RushB were able to take it away and hold it for almost the entirety amount of time in one go. So it was crucial for Dreams and Magic to show themselves that they can ultimately seize that soul back away and do it again. I'm happy for them they were able to, but they have to do it another round just to tie things up.
A lot of action starting almost immediately here. Dreams Magic once more, get the soul. Dual wield though, can't survive that. But here comes Hal with the push. And because, to be honest, they did most of the work for him, minimal steps required, and now they have the obelisk that they wanted.
I've already seen how important it can be to defend from up top though with those rocket launchers. Especially if you're sort of pelting down. We've seen RushB get a lot of mileage on that, but this means that this was probably the obelisk they preferred to go for. The fact they've got it instantly now is going to be good for them.
Well, sometimes they have no choice because it's so close to the obelisk, it makes no sense to drop it off elsewhere because it's just more work. But at this side, we will see how much RushB can defend. They already have 20%.
Oh, Gorilla goes down. Only 24 health though, and that's going to be at Memphis. Rockets flying all over the place. They try and defend down here. Oh, and Predator with a wonderful reaction rail, seeing he's going to go towards the teleporter.
It's that rail from behind. Now here comes Dreams of Magic. Managed to get the soul thrown away, but can someone pick it up in time? Looking like RushB are going to be collecting that instead. Sev with the rocket jump over his opponent.
That was sneaky. Jumped clean over him just to get it back on the capture point. The obelisk is once again possession of RushB.
That was a really nice play, actually. Just don't even try and fight, just go over his head. He took minimal damage, too. Very popular defensive point up top here. But again, the Gauntlet Anarchy, yeah, doesn't work today. Just lit so much rockets coming down.
3 frags and counting for Sev by himself. A clean triple to give his team so much more points onto this. 50% already, less than 2 minutes in. Half the work is already done.
It makes me very happy to see Ranger with the Quake 1 rocket get a triple kill in a competitive setting.
Oh my lord. Sev, you are on fire, my friend. So he comes through with a quad damage, holding onto it. Is he going to go up top and defend, or is he just going to stay down the bottom?
I
What
mean,
do we think?
Sev 1 is basically just playing Quake 1 at this stage. He's got that Quake 1 rocket, he's got his quad damage.
He's playing Ranger.
Exactly. I mean, that'd just be a regular nail gun, right? That's all he's missing. Oh! Again, a really strong defense already. Actually, it only just reached 2.5 minutes, and RushB have 75% captured already. This is looking like such a better round for them, and I think, again, a big part of that is just a point that they are much better at defending. They did fine on Obelisk B, but I mean, it's so hard for them to crack into this.
Scale Bearer around, but much to do. Forward tries into teleport. Unfortunately, the rail misses.
Another missed rail. That's going to allow the Dire Orb going in for Predator. It does manage to head him off and finally ends that kill streak.
Now, this is what Dreams of Magic need, though. They're able to get a bunch of frags. Most likely going to take this away. Now, they need a clean capture here. But Howl is in the way, trying to stop them again. Doesn't able to do much. As you can find, they're already here. Anarchy drops down too. Dreams of Magic in a really good position to take this away.
Oh, no, he tried to deliver it, but he's actually still alive. Oh, I spoke too soon. Here comes Gorilla. Predator trying to drop this one off. Really aggressively trying to stop him. Memphis, though, popping that injection, so he's going to be at full speed. Look at how fast he's going.
That is unfortunate, because he dropped the soul and tried to bull rush into it, but unfortunately it was picked up by the Ranger, and he wasn't able to drop it off. That could have actually cost them the round. That single mistake might have been the difference here.
If you make a mistake while playing Quake Champions, sometimes you get punished unbelievably heavy. There's no room for error at this stage of the tournament.
Oh, but a nice return frag there, though, before he gets taken down. Oh, but Gorilla, once again, Gorilla is really good with those prediction rails and where you're going to be.
Power up spawn.
Oh, power up. Dreams of Magic. Yeah, Dreams of Magic have the protection.
However, though, 1% in it. And Howl, all he has is a blade. Just going to drop it off. A few seconds left to go. And there's going to be a protection Scale Bearer around somewhere, so Dreams of Magic are in a really good situation to take this soul away.
But they have to do it now. If he goes down, I mean, it's unlikely to go down. Look at how stacked Scale Bearer is with the protection. He's not going to die. He just can't.
He is getting swamped, though. 3 people on him, keeping him in the air. He might actually die.
That was perfectly executed. Just keep him in the air and don't let him move. Like a 3-man assault.
But that's what you need to do to kill a protection-wielding Scale Bearer.
It still took a million years. They take the round anyway. And it's 1-1. This is much closer.
It is indeed, and this could be the final round for this team. RushB able to bring it back. Now, I think it's important. Dreams of Magic cannot let them get that obelisk again.
I really, really feel like Dreams of Magic have, like, they need to get that obelisk first. They need to get the soul delivered immediately. If they don't get to choose the obelisk they want, it's going to be a bit of a mountain for them, I think. We saw how much of a deciding factor that obelisk was for RushB.
A few seconds away from the soul spawning. Any frag now is going to be make or break. Very, very important. We can see that Howl avoided lost one. Memphis gets a return kill. The soul is up. Sev has it, but he does die straight away.
Yeah,
he's trading it out big time. Howl gets another kill. Yeah, they're stopping him from running through.
Heading off straight into 2 people in particular. They have to go for the detour. They're forced into Obelisk B. Now, although they get to drop it off first, this might in some ways be a blessing in disguise for Dreams of Magic. Because they're now going to be forced onto an obelisk that they do not. I mean, that was a plan B. That was a plan B.
All 4 of them died on the way. All 4 of them died on the way to that. So they're actually going to get a lot of uncontested percentage here while Dreams of Magic go for the respawns. Because all 4 of Dreams of Magic were killed on the way to that drop-off. So we can see 10% already. 90% left way to go. 1/10 of the job already done.
I feel like on one hand they will, but on the other hand, that was definitely a, no pun intended, plan B drop to Obelisk B when they were going to try and drop that one off there. So it was a last resort so far.
Let's hope they don't regret it. You can find the Dreams of Magic are here aggressively trying to get the soul back, as they've already managed to take it off, but no, Gorilla gets the kill. Yeah, and it is Nikes that has it, manages to drop it on A immediately. That's the strength of Anarchy, how fast you can take it around. We can see that RushB are here enforced in their big numbers trying to get the kill. Sev with the gauntlet out, but dies immediately.
Not too bad for them at this stage. They trade again, 1-1.
So Gorilla has it, goes for the high ground. Try and get away clean. We can see, oh, there's the rocket jump. Only 30 health left to go. Getting shot from a distance.
That was very clean.
Wow.
Really clean movement there from Gorilla. Perfectly executed movement straight to deliver that soul to Obelisk B. Very impressive. Now, power up. This is that twist in the tail. Who's going to get this one?
You can see him just trying to pepper up some rockets. They're trying to stop him. That was in the way.
That was his final rocket, so he can't do it anymore.
Okay, this is big. RushB have the protection. It's on Ranger. Now we can find they're holding onto the obelisk, so this is going to be very hard for Dreams of Magic to get it off, especially considering there's so much health pickups around.
There's lots of health pickups. He's got access to 25 rockets, plenty of heavy machine gun rounds, and 25 rails. This is one heavily kitted out Ranger. I mean, he's just going to take on all three. He has nothing to fear here. Just go all in, take out these frags, send them back home, and just make them have to do all this work again upon respawn.
50%, protection's about to run out. No surprise seeing him get so brave there. 50%, and look, Dreams of Magic, look at how far away they are. They have to make up so much ground, and the time it will take them to get back in, those precious percentages will start to drop.
Really good team composition from RushB here. Really good to see Gorilla going in for that Sorlag, because it's the map for it. It really is the map for it.
Oh, wow, and then there's two frags. I don't know, this is getting harder and harder. Dreams of Magic, they're getting taken out as soon as they come in. They're going in together. We see that Nyx is able to sneak behind, and Slip gets that good frag. That's what they need, but again, taken off the obelisk. RushB are not making this easy whatsoever.
Yeah, Slip had to wait for the backup to arrive. He's still quite weak, and taking into account, he's got hit by one rail as well. Even weaker, how? Gets road killed. That's a start.
It is indeed. They managed to steal the soul, but instantly RushB are here. Two of them at least. Dreams of Magic here desperately trying to get this one back. Stomperer gets a double kill with a super nail gun. Gonna have to try and get out of here as quickly as possible, but Memphis manages to intercept with the Anarchy and drops off the soul once again. This could be the end for Dreams of Magic.
On Lockbox, I really feel like it's this Anarchy and Ranger coming out of RushB. They've done so much work.
Let's not forget Gorilla, man. The Sorlag has been doing a lot of work here towards this too. 4% left to go, and Dreams of Magic are just being knocked off at every opportunity. No matter what happens, RushB are here in numbers to defend, and they cannot get it. And Predator goes down. We find them once again trying to contest, doing everything he can to hold on to this, to delay it. But the suicide! Memphis goes down. Can they stop him? Is that it? That is it!
Game over. That does mean that RushB will be moving on into the regionals. Dreams of Magic, unfortunately, after such a journey across the 2 weeks of us seeing these guys play, will go down at that last minute, and they will not make regionals. RushB, on the other hand, moving on and looking really impressive. That was a close map.
Unfortunate for Dreams of Magic, they got just as close as they did last week, but unfortunately fell down again at the same point. But ultimately, that was going to happen to one of them. You know, they both came a game away from qualifying for regionals last week. They both dropped at the final time. Unfortunately, RushB can overcome it, and we'll see them at the regionals, but Dreams of Magic fell down again. Very good set, though. Again, another 2-0, but two very close potential maps. We could have gone down to a game 3 very easily there, but RushB were just able to get hold of that B obelisk, and they just held onto it through tooth and nail. But it was really this first map that really just came down to how close this series was expected to be, I think.
Now, a huge part of this, I think, again, was champion composition. We saw Gorilla go in for that clutch or burial chamber. I think it's because when you're trying to go in for that shield wall, that was sick, by the way. When you're trying to go in for the shield wall push, you can sort of get that across both different points. There's a lot of open space for Clutch to kind of fly around the map and do his job as a large champion. But this switched up when we went on to Lockbox. I think Gorilla seems to currently be like the designated tanky role of RushB, and he changes champion depending on what map they're playing on. So Lockbox really demanded that Sorlag pick. It made way too much sense. That was really good as well. It made too much sense for him to not go with Sorlag. But on one element, do we feel like maybe Dreams and Magic not having a Sorlag in their composition, do we feel like that might have been a hindrance to them? Because we saw the Scale Bearer do work. You know, we saw
Scale Bearer can do amazing things on certain maps. I don't know if Lockbox is one of them, because ultimately, you know, if you've got a lot of, you know, for example, like the Ruins of Sarnath, you know, when you've got that long space, that big distance to just cover. But it's not. I don't even think he's bad on Lockbox. I just think Sorlag is probably a better pick for the majority of the situations. And it's just that denial. You can see a lot of this map sort of contested points, especially near this obelisk, particularly on A. Look at how close quarters everything is. You know, if you're just spitting acid and going for that damage, there's nothing you can do about that. Whereas the charge, you can jump over him. You know, quick movements, he can't quite move in time. It just seemed to work out so much better for them. And even then, like, you know, we saw that crucial moment where Dreams of Magic tried to, you know, the Scale Bearer tried to charge and pick up the soul on the way, and unfortunately Predator picked it up by mistake and then died off of it, which then gave Memphis the soul to run back through. And this was this was the raid boss where they just took it down. But and this was obviously that final rampage we saw from Sev. But ultimately, I just think Solag was a better pick for that map.
Sev, I think, in particular on Lockbox had some of it. It was Memphis. Memphis was consistently aggressive, mobile, hard to deal with. We saw Hao come through at the end of Burial Chamber, looking like the real MVP for that final
all four
play.
members of RushB had their highlight moments in that series, and that is what you want. A team of 4 to all 4 of them show why they're on that team and why they deserve to be at regionals and why that's why we're going to see them there.
Well, it's just like you said yourself, a well-earned victory, but we're going to find out who has one more victory in store. We're going to go to our next series, and while we plan